Welcome to the final piece in our four-part series. Hey, I'm a certified functional aging specialist. Now what? So we've already covered the first three really key and crucial steps. The first one being get experience. The second, get your message clear. The third, get exposure. Now we need to get down to the nitty-gritty of, hey, I need to get more clients. How do I do that? Those first three steps obviously lead into getting more clients. And depending on your personal situation, whether you're a business owner or an independent trainer working out of a box gym, you don't even have anything going on right now yet, you're just now getting into it, coming from another career maybe, thinking about what steps you're going to take. These are all still very crucial steps, but how they play out is going to be very individualized according to you. Certainly, the getting experience and getting your message clear can happen concurrently. Maybe some of you already have a wealth of experience already. You've been applying some of these principles. In fact, maybe this methodology just kind of reinforced what you were already doing, so you feel good about that. But still, getting your message clear and getting experience can happen concurrently. Then you're trying to get exposure, but exposure is kind of the first step in marketing. Exposure needs to be ongoing, right? You need to find ways to continually get exposure. But all that does not mean you're going to get more clients. So how do I get paying clients to come in and train with me? Well, there are obviously two parts to kind of having a successful career. One is having an effective marketing strategy and message in place, and the other is having an effective sales strategy and process in place. Marketing and sales are really two different things. So when we think about marketing, we're thinking about kind of the broadcasting of your message in order to try to get people to take a step. If you send out something online, like if you send out an email, you're not trying to sell something right from that email. You're trying to get them to do one thing. You're trying to get them to make a click, right? To click onto maybe a sales page or onto another interest form. So marketing strategy we want to see as distinct and different in the sales process, in which, okay, now we have their attention one-on-one or maybe one-on-two if it's a couple coming in. And now we are trying to kind of seal the deal. So let's talk about marketing a little bit. What works with this population, or what even doesn't work with this population? Well, what's interesting with this group is they still really respond to direct mail. They read their mail. And so direct mail is a good way to really start to market to certain groups of older adults. And so when you have gone through kind of this creating your message, figuring out who it is that you're really wanting to target, you have to understand everyone is not your client. All older adults are not your client. Now you think about older adults, we talk about it as a niche, and it's not a niche. They are the bulk of the population. I mean, it's the biggest age cohort. How can that be a niche, right? So when we think about trying to specialize, instead of thinking about, okay, I want to specialize for older adults, as we continue to reinforce throughout the functional aging specialist certification content, is you need to think about what type of older adult do I really want to help? Is it the frailer older adult? Hey, is it going to be the younger older adult that's more healthy? Is it going to be maybe females in a certain age category that happen to be going through certain, very similar issues at the same time? Is it the athlete that I really want to train? Someone who's already fit. I don't want to deal with kind of the frail kind of population. I want to deal with those that are more fit. Who is it that you really connect with and are compelled to work with? Because your marketing message needs to be geared for that person, right? You need to create that avatar or that ideal client, or at least some characteristics of that person, so that you can speak to that person and speak their language, right? People, we think about the boomer cohort, right? It's an 18-year spread. People are in their early 50s, who are the youngest boomers, are not the same as people in their late 60s, who are the older boomers, right? That's a big age difference, and there's a big experience difference there. So you want to try to figure out who it is that I really want to connect with, so that you can craft your marketing messages, okay, which is different than your missional message that we talked about earlier. Craft your marketing messages to them. Direct mail is a great way to do it. So oftentimes what we will do is we will target a certain neighborhood or a certain area, but we're looking for a certain income and age demographic. And that's really what's going to help us to narrow down who we're trying to reach. And then within that, we can then start to target the type of person or type of client that we want to go after. So direct mail is a good one. Now, of course, with direct mail, you typically have to repeat the mailings because people don't always respond on the first one or on the first message that comes across, but through repeat messaging, okay, eventually they are going to take the call to action that you're giving them. And it's very important that you do have a call to action in any of your marketing messages. What is it that you want them to do? Be very clear about that. So direct mail is a good option. Social media is a great option. People have this misconception that, well, older adults aren't online, and yes, they are online. Now, they've been the late adopters of social media for sure, because the young age groups always adopt the new stuff quicker. But when it comes to social media, Facebook is still working fabulously. You want to try to use Facebook as much as possible to reach people. When you look at things like Twitter or Instagram, those are not nearly as popular with the older adult population, probably because they're not as relational, right? They're too quick and disconnected, which the younger groups like, but the 50 plus group doesn't like so much. There needs to be a little bit more of a relationship that's there. So use Facebook very wisely. Don't just post stuff about kitty cats that you think are funny. Really post things that are helpful, that are providing value to them, that again show your expertise and your credentials. And we always like to encourage people, give your best stuff away. Your knowledge and skills and abilities, it's not supposed to be a secret. If you have a great balance tip for someone that you think is awesome, share it, right? Let people know about it. You think, well, if I give everything away, people won't come with me to train, and that's not true. You could send out 100 of those messages. A person could read every single one of them, think they're awesome, but never try any of them, and then come to the conclusion, wow, this person really knows what they're talking about. I need all this stuff and I'm not doing it. I need to go see him or her. So think about these messages that are providing value, but also you need to offer something, right? Just like with any marketing message, if you're using Facebook for marketing, you need to offer something that's going to compel them to take an action. Click here, right, to go to your website and do something. Right? Maybe it's get a free report, right? Watch a video, but they have to give their email address in order to watch the video. Sign up for some program that's free. Whatever it might be, you're trying to get them to take action. So direct mail is a good way to reach these people. Facebook is a good way, or other means of social media that may become more popular in that group. And then also, when you look at the power of an email list, you really want to build your email list as big as possible. And one way to do this is to offer something free on your website and continue to let everybody know about whatever this free thing is, right? So it might be a free report on some sort of great training technique, or it might be solving some major problem, 5 tips, 5 secrets, 5 lies, whatever it might be. Just come up with some things that you feel confident about, put it in a PDF file, and then put it online for people to download as long as you get their email address, right? This is going to start that communication process. It's going to feed into that know, like, and trust you process. Then, once they are on your email list, now you can talk to them, right? You have their ear. You can now send them messages, again, that are providing more value, more and more value, so that they are saying, wow, this is something I need to consider. And then you make an offer, right? You have to make some sort of offer to take you up on a program or some sort of training consult, etc. So those are 3 good ways to really market to this audience. Now, if you haven't seen my series on values-based messaging and marketing, you need to watch that and read through some of that information, because it's really key that you understand what their values are, because that's going to help you to shape these messages that impact them, right? Really kind of reach them, not only in the head, but in the heart, so that you can really pull them in and compel them to take action, okay? So that's the marketing process. Now let's say they do respond, right? They say, okay, I'm going to come in. I want to come in for a tour, or they just pop in off the street, whatever it might be. Now you've got them. My suggestion is that the sales process should probably be coupled with some sort of free initial consultation. Now, not everyone agrees with giving free consultations, but this has worked really well for us, and it's worked well for others. Because when somebody kind of comes in and just starts talking to you in general, You have to understand that with this population, it's very difficult to sell them on the spot. They don't like to feel that pressure sales. They've been through that, whether it's these high pressure timeshare sales or car sales, whatever it might be. They usually know what they want, what they're after. And so when they come in, you establish a relationship with them. You try to provide some benefit-rich information for them. Don't worry about all the facts of, the newest equipment piece that you might have or this or that, right? You're really trying to establish a connection and then get them to come back in for a consultation. During the consultation, you do their health history. You find out what their goals are, what's important to them, what makes them tick. You put them through some appropriate functional fitness assessments that are going to reveal some of the deficits that they have. Then from that, you can say, look, from all this information, here's what I recommend. I recommend that you do small group personal training twice a week. Or you might say, look, I really recommend that you do one-on-one training 3 times a week. Whatever the program is that you are recommending for them, you are basing that off of the information that you've gotten. So they don't feel like you're just trying to sell them on the biggest package or the biggest this or the biggest that. But you're going to say, look, I think this is what you need, and this is why you need this, okay? And really be very clear about that. So you need to have a very distinct sales process as far as your communication, what you're offering, what you end up selling to them. Now, one of the keys that I also want to make sure that you understand is that you really want people to sign up for long periods of time. So 6 to 12 months. In fact, we use a little technique where we offer 7 and 11 months, with a little bonus for the 11 month. And there's a psychological reason for that. We got that from one of our good friends who invented it and tried it out, had a really great conversion rate with it, and we do the same thing. So there are a lot of kind of tips and techniques that we'd love to share with you. What I'd like to recommend is that if you are really wanting to grow your business, you want to improve your marketing and sales, you want to get more clients, you want to grow your revenue and your profitability, that you would consider doing the Advanced Functional Aging Specialist course with us so that you come to our facility for 2 days, you see kind of how we run everything, but then also we spend time working with you on your business and we set goals. We solve your biggest problems and we really figure out where you need to go from here. And then also, in addition, we have ongoing coaching that's available. So with the coaching, we're going to be there with you constantly, month to month, to help you to grow your business as you continue to evolve it and figure things out and try things that work and try things that don't work. We'll be there to kind of answer all those questions and mentor you along the way. So 4 really key steps for you to take in order to reach more people and grow your business now that you're a certified functional aging specialist. Get experience with training and testing. Get your message clear, find out what really makes you tick, what are you passionate about, who you want to work with, and what this stuff all means for your client. Get exposure, okay, get out there and let people know about this newfound knowledge, skills, and abilities that you have, and then get more clients so that you can help more people and that you can have a successful career. Well, this is Dr. Cody Slight. I hope this series has been helpful for you. As always, please get in touch with us if you have any questions or issues that we can help you with. Thank you.